Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Simularia and today we are starting a Rags to Riches Let's Play series. So this is our founder. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. Her name is Fiona Appleton and she comes from a very well-to-do family in Belladonna Cove. Things were going fine. She was a trust fund kid. And then after her first semester of college, she made some not so great choices. And her parents decided to pull any and all financial support so that she had to try and figure things out on her own. So all Fiona has to her name is this outfit and this piece of land that her grandparents left to her. It was in her name, so her parents do not control that asset. And instead of selling it, which she considered, she decided that instead she's going to try and make her own way in the world. So we have this piece of land. I did put a couple of trees on here so that it kind of looks like a wooded plot. She lives out here on the edge of Belladonna Cove. And so this is Fiona. So she is a fortune sim, as you can see. And I do play with expanded wants, so we have that here as well. She's struggling a little bit. Right now she is in the red, considered a penniless peon. That's lovely. So her lifetime want is to become a Hall of Famer. So we may work towards that lifetime want while also building her a home and helping her amass a fortune. I do plan to really focus on her wants when it comes to what to purchase. Obviously, it's mostly basic needs right now, but as we start to earn some money, we'll go ahead and decorate her a little home, furnish it up based on her wants. As far as skills and how we're going to make some money. So I decided to play a little bit differently than some of the other Rags to Riches and actually go ahead and get a job. However, I do play with a couple of career mods. So we'll be using a hacked version of this newspaper to go ahead and get Fiona a part-time job. So from the teen and elder jobs, we'll pick something that I think would make sense for her. So let's first take a look at the skills that she does and does not have before we select a job. So she is currently unemployed, of course. We do not have any talent badges. And then as far as skills, I went ahead and gave her a couple of charisma skills because let's face it, she's grown up in high society. She knows how to talk, and a couple of body skills as well. And that's it. This girl has not learned a whole lot. She's had a maid her whole life. She's had repairmen her whole life. She's had a cook and a chef. She goes to fancy restaurants. As far as logic, she's not really picked up a lot of those skills along the way either. So we'll try and find a job that aligns with some of her natural abilities, the skills that she's already gained, but I might also choose something that causes her to have to work a little bit harder than she might. So maybe we'll look into the athletic career, especially because she does have the want to become a Hall of Famer. And then real quick, we'll go ahead and take a look at her personality. So aligned with all of this, she's decently friendly, not too sloppy, not too neat, a little bit on the outgoing side, but very lazy. And she also is quite playful, which is probably what led to some of the issues that she had in college with partying, etc. So this is a look at Fiona, and we will go ahead and get started with her day by looking for a job. All right, so let's take a look here at the newspaper and see what kind of job we might want to get. So we talked a little bit about athletic. She could also potentially get a job in the culinary career just as like a dishwasher to get started, or the slacker career as well. Okay, let's see what our options are. Let's start with culinary and see what she might be able to do there. So it looks like our option is as a dishwasher. We go ahead and work from 3 to 6, quite a few days a week for $63 a day. That's a decent way to get us started. If I hit look again, it'll close that out. Let's also take a look at the slacker career. Okay, a golf caddy. So she could also be a golf caddy for $45 a day, working very similar hours. Let's go ahead and look at one more in the athletic career and see. A water person for for 97 a day. That just doesn't quite seem to fit Fiona's personality. I think that we should go with one of the other jobs. And if I think about the fact that she's in Belladonna Cove, we'll go ahead and pick... Yes, I know. You're very, very sad, Fiona. We will go ahead and pick... Okay, so if we think... Okay, so if we think about the job that best suits Fiona, I think we will go ahead with culinary. Oh yes, I know. All this girl does is cry. She's so upset by her life right now. If you stop crying, then we can go get a job and you can start making some money. Come on. Buck up, Fiona. All right, we're going to go ahead and take our job as a dishwasher in the culinary career. So she's going to start work right away today, which will be great to start making some money. As for what to do right now, I think it might not be a bad idea to go out and get some friends, because we will probably eventually need... Oh, look at that. So we need one friend already and a cooking skill. So let's go ahead and see where Fiona can walk to, where we can potentially make some friends. So in Belladonna Cove, she could go to Peerless Park. In Belladonna Cove, we have quite a few different places. There's a public library where she might be able to read some books. They're open Sunday through Monday. Let's go ahead and check out the library. All right, here we are at the library. I'm going to pause up for a second because, wow, this girl rolled quite a few interesting wants just in that short amount of time of the load screen. So she already has this earn $100 saved, but she also wants to make a friend, which we can go ahead and lock that because we need to make a friend anyway. She wants to reach cleaning level 1 and gain a cooking skill. Wow, look at this girl. I thought we were lazy. She also wants to get a promotion and marry a rich sim. Wow. Wow, Fiona. She must have had a pretty deep thought as she was traveling and walking down the street to the library, because these are very aligned with our current plan. Okay, so let's take a look at this library. It looks like we have a couple of skilling objects here. We do have this over here. There's some bookshelves and plenty of people to make friends with. So first and foremost, we're here to make some friends. Let's go ahead and greet this Diane. We'll go ahead and greet her and see how things go. Yes, hello. All right, let's see if we can have a bit of a conversation here. We like nature. Seems to be going okay. We'll go ahead and track our friendship over here. Oh, would you look at that? We are already almost friends with Samantha Cordial. All right, well, maybe we need to invite Samantha over then to talk, because that will help us get a new friend much quicker. Okay, we're decently close to making friends. We'll tell some stories, entertain some more. Oh, we got a little message here. Turns out I'm your boss's cousin, and I'm phoning in a favor he owes me. Next time you go to work, Fiona, you'll be getting a promotion. Well, would you look at that? I think our charisma skill is coming into handy here. All right, how close are we to being friends with you? We need it. We'll go ahead and try for a hug here. Speed this up a little bit as they talk. I'll try a little tickle. Oh, we still don't want a hug. All right, good to know. She will take a tickle though. Interesting. All right, so we now are friends with Diane Shahan, which is great. All right, so I do play with a mod that allows Sims to gain skills on community lots. So while we're here, we're going to go ahead and study that cooking skill and see if she can get that before our needs drop too low that we need to go and work on those. Oh, I'm very excited that I tried this cuisine activity. That was a lot of fun. Great job, Fiona. All right, so we have officially gained one of our skills. Now we better head back home and wait until it's time to go to our shift. Well, would you look at that? We already have bills. Our bills cost $60, which we cannot afford to pay. I forgot that I downloaded a mod that changes your bills. All right, well, while we're waiting for our carpool, let's go ahead and make another friend. We've got Jessica Peterson over here. These Belladonna Cove townies are looking much less townie-ish than I remember them. Excuse me. Do you not want to talk to us? All right. I guess we'll get to chatting. Oh, well. Apparently she doesn't like to talk about the sun. Jessica, are you secretly a vampire? Wow, we already have a -10 relationship with her. Okay, do you think we can salvage this? All right, now we're talking about... Not really sure what exactly that is, but... Okay, sports. We like to talk about sports. All right, so the carpool for Fiona will arrive in about an hour. Hopefully we'll make enough money today to pay our bills. Yes, we will, with $3 left over. Alrighty. We're looking a little on the rough side here. $63 is not going to be enough to buy anything for us. Wow, these two just really don't like each other. All right, Fiona. Time for that first carpool. Getting in this dirty car. Have a great first day of work. Alrighty, welcome home from work, Fiona. We are a little bit tired. Thankfully, while she was there, she actually ate and also used the restroom. So now we're just struggling in the hygiene and energy area. But it looks like Fiona has been promoted to drive-through clerk. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. You don't have to clean anymore, but dealing with hungry commuters and teen pranks will either make or break you. Don't forget to smile. So now she works from 5 to 9 starting immediately. She also brought home $84, which is going to help us a lot, and got a bonus of $168. So look at that. We have a total of $252. Now, I sometimes like to do this with these Sims, especially when they're trying to hustle for money. She now makes $168 a day. If we go ahead and finish our shift, even though it's a couple of hours only, she should make that full $168. So I'm going to send her to walk to work, even though she's absolutely exhausted. It'll be worth it, Fiona. All right, and we are home from work and made an additional $168. So, oh, there we go. We're just going to take a nap on the sidewalk for a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and wake Fiona up. And first off, we're going to go ahead and pay those bills. And then with what's left over, we are going to attempt to get a bed and a shower. All right, Fiona. Yes. We all know you stink. All right, so first off, she now has the want to earn $500. We'll go ahead and keep that. She wants to buy a shower, tub, a refrigerator, and a toilet. So let's start with those. All right, we have $360 remaining after paying our bills. So let's come over here closer to the tree line and see what we can get for Fiona. She can get a toilet, but it's $300. We can't buy any showers because the cheapest is $425. Oh my goodness. And as far as a bed, can we even buy a bed? We can buy a bed. Well, Fiona, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to go against your wants here and go ahead and get you a bed instead of some facilities because I think you need this more. All right. Let's go ahead and grab her this lovely little bed and just put it over here. And we have $60 to our name. Now I know it's late, but we're going to go ahead and walk to one of the local parks because they, I believe, have facilities that we can use. Central Park East, regular Central Park. I think it's Central Park West. They have a bit of a pavilion here. So let's go check out and see what we can do here. Okay, so this lot is Central Park West, and looks like we have some Sims hanging out. This is good. There's people here. Maybe we can make some more friends. Oh, perfect. We do have facilities. So let's first take a shower. Looks like she was planning to do that already. She wants to gain a cleaning skill, which she does not need, but we'll go ahead and lock that. Oh, she does need a creativity point, though, to be promoted. So we're going to go ahead and take a shower. And then we really just need to take a nap. I wonder if she could perform some comedy while we're here with what little energy she has left. Let's try to perform some comedy and see if we can make some money. Oh, we're too tired to perform comedy? Come on, Fiona. This is the hustle. Let's go. Let's go. Hustle up, girl. Well, Victor is not enjoying Timothy's, Oh, we're gonna be greeted. Alright. Roaches. Let's maybe not stomp on those so we don't get ill. We are gonna head back home. And here's Fiona in her little bed in the middle of her empty lot. Oh, hello there. We had a little visitor, I guess. Just chilling by the trees. Oh. Looks like Fiona woke up from a bad dream. I've never seen that interaction before. Alright, we're gonna keep sleeping. Good morning, Fiona. Ready for another day. So we still only have $80 to our name. And we are gonna go back to... We'll go to one of the local hangouts and see if we can maybe start to gain some creativity skill. And also make some money. All right, we are back at Central Park West. We're going to go ahead and use the restroom over here before we have an accident. All right, and we're not super hungry. Okay, she's not able to perform. Sing? What does sing give us? Does that give us creativity skill? We're not very good at this, are we? All right, so we did get a creativity skill from singing on the microphone. We'll go ahead and continue performing here with Timothy. Okay, since no one else seems to be grilling, we're going to go ahead and grill some hot dogs while we're here. Eat some food. Alrighty. And look at that. All these people are eating my food. Hello, Talon. Go ahead and chat with him a little bit. Not too bad. All right. Well, we are still a little bit hungry, so... Oh, nope. Nope. I'm going to go ahead and grab another plate and finish eating there. And while we're here, we're going to take a shower. Okay, so here's Fiona after a couple more days. She's still not doing great, but slowly but surely we are moving up in the world. So, congratulations, Fiona. You were able to afford 3 walls, a refrigerator, and then our bed. So, right now, she is a fast food shift manager making $182 a day. And she does still need to gain a creativity skill and 1 friend because unfortunately, we've been hustling so much that we've let our relationships kind of fall to the side. So we might purchase a phone so that we can call our friends and invite them over. Let's see, $175 should get us a phone. Let's take a look here. The cheapest phone is $50. This one is $60. I'm going to go ahead for the $50 phone. Let's give our friend a call. It is 9:30 at night, so I'm not too sure what's going to happen. And after this, we're going to go ahead and try to gain that creativity skill. We'll head to a lot and see probably the park again, where we'll be able to, let's call Samantha. We'll head to the park where she can play the piano and work on some creativity skill. Or sing at the microphone, that's an option too. All right, girl, let's be a friend. Well, that didn't work. She only got up to 41. Okay, let's go ahead to the park. We can eat there. We can use the bathroom, take a shower. Go ahead and walk to lot. All right, here we are. It's 10:55 p.m. Let's go ahead and work on those needs first. We'll get her all cleaned up so that she's comfortable enough to go practice a skill for a little bit. We better hurry and make some money so that we can build a house before it turns into winter. We have only 3 days left in fall. Hopefully we can do that in time. Come on, girl, keep singing. You're so close to gaining another skill. One more time. All right, we've gained our creativity skill. I think this man just lives here. He is always playing this piano. Go ahead and lock this one. Can we be friends with you? Timothy? Ooh, we have chemistry with Timothy. Look at that. Let's see. I wonder if he's rich. We're supposed to marry a wealthy sim at the end of this, so let's see. Let's try and be friends. Oh, we can hang out. Let's work on that chemistry and hang out. Okay. Man, she's not the best conversationalist. Let's talk about fashion. Nope. Okay. Well, he's walking away from us now, so why don't we go ahead and grill some more hot dogs. We're going to go ahead and eat this over here. Maybe 2 plates of hot dogs. Nope. Please eat one of those before it's stolen by all the townies. Oh, good. This conversation with Timothy is going much better. I do get slightly annoyed by how slow the Sims eat when they talk. It takes them absolutely forever to finish their food and raise their hunger. Oh, she autonomously picked another one to eat. All right. Ooh, Benjamin. Look at this fine doctor. We also have chemistry with Benjamin. Well, that might be a relationship we need to pursue. He's pretty cute for a sim. All right. Maybe let's talk to you a little bit before we go home. I know you're tired, but a potential relationship with Benjamin the doctor is more important right now. All right. Ooh, pretty good. We got all the way up to 25 with him. Well, let's go ahead and head home to take a nap. Yes, I know you're tired. Complete your interaction and you won't be anymore. So Fiona's been napping for a bit. She doesn't go to work until 5 p.m., so we do have a couple of hours. However, if we want to try to get promoted, we really need to make a friend before then. So the lowest hanging fruit here is Gabriel Green, although I would really like to spend some time pursuing Mr. Benjamin Baldwin. For now, I think we should go with Gabriel. Our social meter is all the way up, which is not going to help us in talking to them on the phone because they'll hang up as soon as their social meter hits max. So I'm going to go ahead and wake her up, and we'll see if we can get Gabriel over here to hopefully make enough of a relationship boost that we'll have a friend again. And he's not home. So our next closest relationship is Samantha Cordial, and we were friends with Diane, so Diane might be a good option too. Let's try Samantha first. Come on, Samantha. Please be home. Let's go ahead and invite her over. We still really need to buy a toilet, but if I remember correctly, the cheapest toilet is $300. But after our shift tonight, we'll be able to afford a toilet. All right, she's coming over. I'm going to go ahead and use this to change into our everyday outfit. Hopefully once we make a little more money, we can get some new clothes too. Why don't you skip over here and let's look how happy she looks. So joyous on her little empty lot with nothing but a bed, a fridge, and a phone. Oh, Samantha, there we are. All right, hello. Let's hope you're ready to have a conversation and be friends. That was a very unenthusiastic greeting. All right. Oh, we've only got an hour till our carpool comes. We're very close. Will she accept a hug? Maybe we can make it. Ooh, 54. I thought 50 was when they became friends, but we're so close. Maybe a dirty joke will. 60 and still not friends. Oh, look at that. The hug did it. Perfect timing. All right, and we also rolled the want to get a promotion. We'll see what happens. Fiona is home, and congratulations. She has been promoted to hostess. Good work, girl. You are hustling and hustling hard. Alrighty, so not only did she get $242 today, but she also got a bonus of $484, which puts us at a grand total of $891. All right, I think it's time for a little home upgrade for Fiona. So it's not much. It's still very humble beginnings, but we did have enough money to buy a toilet and a shower. I put them on this back wall so that she has a tiny modicum of privacy. We do have $166 left. However, I think each wall costs $70, so that really does not give us a lot. And we need to start saving 4 walls so that we can put a roof on this thing within the next couple days. Because we only have 2 days left in fall before it is winter, and I don't think she's going to love being snowed on. So we'll go ahead and take a quick shower and hop to bed and see what tomorrow brings. Okay, so Fiona did get promoted again thanks to getting another friend right before she left for her shift. So she has been promoted to waitress, which brought her enough money to put a few walls up. It wasn't enough to get a fully finished building. However, it did allow me to at least give her a roof. I felt bad for the girl, I'm not going to lie. It started to rain, and look at her. She's just standing out here on this big empty lot. Ooh, her little friend Webster's back. Maybe we'll adopt a stray puppy once we have enough money to buy a dish and a bed, that is. So with her bonus money and what she brought home today, I was able to make this little structure. Sorry, the tree's in the way. So what we have is a roof and at least a covered bathroom area. There are walls on a couple of sides, so it's a little more private than it was before. And then we also have her bedroom up front here. The walls don't want to cooperate. So what we've got here for Fiona is a makeshift shack, an enclosure, whatever you'd like to call it. She does have privacy now from the street. It is fully covered in terms of having enough walls that I could put a roof on. And she has a little bit more privacy for that bathroom. She can still get in and out here. We have $110 left. It's not even enough to finish the walls and put in a door. So we're going to stick with what we've got for now. At least she'll be out of the rain. So Fiona, come on over here and use the restroom. Now let's take a look at what we need for our next promotion. So she works from 2 to 7, which means I might actually make her walk and go to work today so that we can make an extra $300. Again, Fiona is all about the hustle. She does need 2 cooking skills, so at least we can get another $300, which might get us close to finishing our walls. I am so glad I was able to build her a roof when I did, because it is quite stormy out here. So yeah, it's 2 now. I think I'm going to go ahead and make her walk to work. She's got a decent enough, like her needs are decent enough right now. So we'll go ahead and make her work another shift. The storm has cleared and Fiona is back from work. And she made another $308 and brought a friend home today. Who did we bring home with us? Oh, Brittany. We'll go ahead and chat with Brittany to hopefully get our friend status up a little bit. Ooh, look at this. Hi, Fiona. You know, I think you'd really hit it off with this person. I know. I'd love to set you up on a blind date right here and now. Are you interested? Well, of course we're interested. Maybe he's a super rich sim. Maybe we can just be friends. I think we're definitely interested. Let's go on a date. Who do we have here? Julian Cook. I guess we are now on a date with Julian Cook. Julian is one of the pre-made sims from this neighborhood, I believe. I just can't remember if he's from the bin or if he actually lives somewhere in Belladonna Cove. Alrighty, well here we are on a date. Let's see. He wants to talk to Fiona, be tickled by Fiona, have a pillow fight, and dance. We'll go ahead and start with some talking. And we are already friends. Wow, that's quite the relationship boost. And he already wants to be best friends with Fiona. Well, I'm sorry, Julian, to disappoint you, but Fiona doesn't really see a future with you, considering you are a family sim, and she is most definitely looking for other things. However, he may still have a fortune. We'll have to look into that and see. Well, but if you really want to be tickled, we'll go ahead and tickle you. All right, we're entertaining Julian. We're playing with Julian. She has the want to dine out with Julian. However, our $418 already has a purpose, so we are not going to do that right now. And she wants to dance with Julian. The only thing I think we can classic dance. I'm not sure if that's considered a romantic. Oh, it is a romantic interaction. Well, now we have a crush on both sides. That was not exactly intended, but that's okay. Fiona might be finding love in unexpected places. Give a back rub, hug, flirt, and kiss. Ooh boy, things are getting serious now. I'll do a little hug here. I don't think we have the kiss interaction other than peck. I think a peck still counts for the purpose of the want. Sure does. Alrighty, well, I guess we'll give him a little back rub. Our date is right about great. We still have 5 minutes left in the date. All right, we'll hold some hands maybe. A little romantic hug. A little crush isn't gonna hurt. We don't need to fall in love with this man, and if we do, it doesn't mean we have to marry him. She does want to have a dream date with Julian, though. Dream date is a huge pick-me-up. Keep an eye on... So we're close. But we're running out of wants that they each have. He wants to appreciate her, but I'm not sure if he's going to actually do that. Well, let's try to heat things up a little bit with our... Uh-oh. Bad conversation didn't help. Oh, he wanted a kiss. We're like 50-50 here. We're getting close and then having rejections. All right. We're pretty close here. Oh, we're almost to that dream date. Ooh. I love that Brittany is just hanging out in the background here. Just straight chilling. while these two have a romantic date on this broken lot at 12, or this sad lot at 12 a.m. Ooh, she was excited to kiss him. All right, let's try another flirt here. They both have the make out want, so maybe that'll get us to the top of dream date here, and we will actually... Oh, there we go. And of course, her want is gone now for have a dream date. All right, we still have 4 minutes left in this date. Oh, he finally was able to greet Brittany. And we're now best friends. Well, here, we might have gotten to the point where we've had enough interactions that our date will stay a dream date and she can still work on her friendship with Brittany. Let's see. Hello, Julian. You back for more? That is one thing about Sims 2 that I wish you could do that you do have the option for in Sims 4 is having a relationship or interacting with multiple Sims at the same time. It really does increase the dynamics of the interaction. All right, we're going to go ahead and speed up this date to the end here. Oh boy. He just fell in love. Oh, and he thinks that's funny. And she's very uncomfortable. Propose? No way. You just met. I guess Brittany wasn't wrong about these two. They really get along quite well. All right. We're in our last minute of our date. What else can we do to guarantee... Wow, these two are really wanting to snog quite a bit. Yes, I realize you're tired. We are almost done. Oh, well, sorry. First of all, you only have a twin-size bed, and we're going to go ahead and keep this date PG. Oh, no. Now Fiona fell in love, too? Honestly, that was a little too easy. I really wanted to fall in love with Benjamin here, so we're going to try still cultivating a friendship with him, but... All right, holy cow, I never knew a date could be that much fun. You're a total dream to spend time with. We just got to do this again, baby. I think she's saying goodbye. Nope, just kissing romantically. Let's go ahead and say goodbye. It is almost 5 a.m. She has a bit of time until she has to go to work, so we're going to sleep and then go ahead and work on those cooking skills if we can. We are back from work and have earned $308 today. And look, well, she's standing right in the middle of it. However... Julian did give us a bouquet of flowers. How sweet of him. All right, well, I think we will go ahead and get rid of this phone. We're going to be a bit splurgy and buy a wall phone. Cheapest one is this one, I think, at $60. And we will put these here. I was able to buy 2 additional walls over here. I think I'm going to go with a lamp before I buy anything else. $100 for that, or I've got a ceiling light for $65. Yeah, we're going to... Oh, must be placed inside. All right, well, I know we can solve that with move objects on. However... Woohoo! We were able to fill our walls. Okay, now we can put a lamp. Put it there. That gives us enough light in the bathroom. We'll just stick with one for now, considering we only have $17 left. The only problem is now we cannot afford a door. The cheapest door is $80, so we either have to sell our bouquet or we have to take a wall out. I think we'll go ahead and take a wall out. Our light will still function. We still have a roof over our entire house, and we're almost there. We're really making our way in the world. Well, that is not what you want to see when you have a very tiny little house, is a skunk inside. Excuse me, sir, you have this entire lot and you choose to be in my teeny little home? No, thank you. Get out. Fiona's headed off to work and suddenly there is a telescope in her front yard. I'm going to consider this a good thing. I believe it was a gift from Julian, so we're going to go ahead and sell that for $2,100. Totally worth it, in my opinion. Oh, well, someone wasn't happy about that. I promise it's not cheating. And we are back from work with a promotion to prep cook. All right. Well, thanks to the gift from Julian and that bonus that she got of $938, we now have $3,500 to work with. I think we might upgrade our home a little bit just to make sure that we are comfortable before winter really sets in. It is the first day in winter, so let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, so with that amount of money, I was able to give Fiona a real home. So we have a bedroom with an upgraded bed that will help her get more comfort and energy at night. We got a bookcase for her to continue to study. We have a couple of counters here, along with her fridge, and even a table to eat at. What luxury. Her bathroom is still the same. However, it does have 4 walls. And I would say that this is a pretty great little home for Fiona. She's starting to develop this piece of property that her grandparents left her. She's been hustling and working hard to get promotions in her job, and she's now a prep cook, which is, I think, midway through the culinary career. So she's been rising through the ranks, slowly making friends, slowly building skills. I think that this is a great place to go ahead and stop this episode. And next time, Fiona's going to continue to work through this career, but potentially she's going to look at switching careers because we do have that lifetime want to become a Hall of Famer. Now, she's put a lot of time and effort into the culinary career, and it is a different skill set. So I think it will increase the amount of difficulty a little bit to have her switch to something different. The athletic career really focuses on not only body skill, but I believe there's some logic and charisma and possibly some mechanical built in there as well. So those are different skills that she will have to start to develop. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed hearing the beginning of Fiona's story. Let me know in the comments if you have a thought on her sticking with the culinary career or if you'd really like to see her start to pursue that lifetime want now. We would go back and have her start at the part-time job level so that she has to kind of go back to the beginning again right as she's getting her foot in the door with this other career. Also, thoughts on Julian. Should we continue to pursue our relationship with Julian, or should we try and get things started with the cute Dr. Benjamin and see what he has to offer? Hopefully Webster comes around again and she can also make friends with him. But overall, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Fiona's story so far and where you'd like to see things go next. Thanks for watching.